Hey everyone, and happy 4th of July. Today I'm going to share with you my June Amazon Influencer Earnings Income Report. So, this is basically the total income I made from the Amazon Influencer Program through on site commissions for the month of June 2024. As a reminder, I don't have any course. There's no upsell or any gimmick with these videos. These are just me sharing my experience as I go through the program. So if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. For the month of June, I made a total of $965 with the Amazon Influencer Program. Again, this is purely from the on site commissions. This doesn't include any earnings from me sharing these links with social media followers. That's just currently not my strategy. Right now, I'm focused purely on the money that I can earn basically through the traffic that Amazon will provide to my videos. So this month, I published a total of 306 new videos. So my goal, I did 200 some last month. So my goal was to break 300 this month. Took a lot of effort, to be honest, way more than I thought, but I managed to do it. And why 300? There's no magical reason. Purely just I like the sound of 10 a day on average. In reality, I don't actually do 10 a day. I tend to batch the work, and maybe every 4 or 5 days, I'll upload, 100 plus videos. And then go through and edit and tag and do the thumbnails. So now in total on this account, as of my second month doing this, I have a total of 544 videos. So that's pretty good. My goal was really to, by before Q4, to get to 1,000 videos. I don't really know if that's still the specific goal, but I think it's a good start. And we are almost at Amazon Prime Day. So I definitely wanted to get a significant amount of content before then, just because I wanted to see how I would do, since that's like the one major holiday between now and then the end of the year when things pick up generally during Q4. So this is a graph of my earnings for June and broken down by day. Obviously, this is not the actual Amazon influencer dashboard. As many of you know, per the terms and conditions, unfortunately, I can't share a screenshot of that, but I exported the data and basically just reformatted it into this graph. You don't need to do this or need to see this necessarily, but I think it's interesting and important because some people have really lopsided sales. They might have, I've realized the range of their days can be tremendous. So I think this is important to visually illustrate that, just so if you're getting started or if you're like me somewhere in the beginning or middle, you have a better idea of what to expect. So my lowest day, I believe, was just over $10. Um, that's not too bad. My highest day was about $74 and some change. So that's the 25th. You see there was that big spike. That was really due to two larger sales that were sort of unexpected, and then a combination of a lot of little sales. So basically, just everything kind of hit right. I think that this is definitely a promising graph compared to last month, where it was a little more clear, probably, that it was a upward trend. If you drew a best fit line sort of through this, you'd see that this is indeed an upward trend, but there's still some variation with the lowest day basically coming right before that big one. So it's important to have realistic expectations, and it's depending on your products, there may be no rhyme or reason to sort of how things sell. This might be frustrating, but I come from the world of blogging where I knew almost precisely down to like maybe the nearest 10 page views how many, visits I'd be getting on a site that would get 10,000 plus, visitors a day. So that's how consistent when things were going well, that on those sites, they would basically be that predictable. So in some ways, I kind of like this actually because I'm not having $0 days in here. So I kind of feel good so far about every day. Um, then again, last month was significantly lower. So maybe, I'll, change my tune. But at least for this as my second month, I think this is fantastic. I've, like I said, I've tried so many different ways to make money online, and I've had a lot of success with most of them, including using Amazon just as my affiliate program in my various blogs. But this is definitely um, for the second month, for the second full month of doing something, is just incredible results. And yeah, I think it reflects sort of the high level of dedication and the time I put into it this month. So that's a good feeling. I'll just quickly go through some of the key statistics that, um, again, I can't share my dashboard, but these are things that if you're currently in the program, you probably keep an eye on. So I shipped a total of 690 items this month. I had, interestingly, almost the exact same conversion rate as last month. I just rounded it to 12%. I think it was like 12.2. So it was like within a tenth of last month. So I actually found that quite surprising, just given that I've added a ton of content. I'm significantly increased my earnings, and that stayed roughly the same. I mean, statistically, the difference is insignificant. So that was interesting to me. The total clicks went up pretty much in tandem with the overall earnings. So that was about 5,600 clicks for the month. In this section, I'll just quickly talk about the overall progress. Again, I'm relatively new just to this whole program. I'm recording this in early July, so I've only had 2 full months, May and June. Last month, or May, was $219, and that was in the first full month. I started uploading the videos, or got approved toward the end of April. So I don't include April just because I only really had a few days, and part of that time was spent waiting to get approved. But yeah, last month in May, I did $219, which I thought was outstanding for the first month of any online, money making endeavor. And then this month was 965. So that's a about 340% increase. So that's outstanding. No complaints there. Uh, Obviously, that's a big increase, even relative just to the sheer amount of content I added. I didn't, quadruple the amount of content, and I saw, over that in terms of the rate of increase. So I think what happened was, frankly, a lot of and I knew this, I was going really hard at this last month too. So a lot of the videos take a few days to index, and once they index, then they can potentially sell. But some do take a few days to find their way into the carousels if they're going to make it. A lot of mine are still duds, maybe one sale a month, or they don't sell at all. But, it adds up. And so basically, because I'm adding videos at such a high rate, a lot of my, you know, full like effort is not accounted for until really the following month, or really like, yeah, probably the first 2 weeks of the next month, if I continue at this rate of adding, videos aggressively, which I hope to do. So I got a few questions after the last video. People sent me emails or uh, left, I think, a few comments on either my comments or my video, and they basically were asking some things like, is do I think I'll be able to keep up this level of video production? And for now, especially because the income's trending in the right direction, I definitely have the motivation. So yes, I my goal is to generally keep up this level of video production. Definitely not long term. I don't think I don't have a scalable way figured out yet to do this long term at 300 or so videos a month. But I mean, at that rate, that would imply I could be earning several $1,000s by the end of the year per month. So that to me is the threshold where a side hustle becomes worthwhile, like putting some serious time and reinvesting some money into it. So I'm confident I'll figure that out. But for now, just looking ahead 1 month, maybe two, yeah, the goal is to basically keep this up. So as far as where I am, as many of you probably know, there's like kind of a couple stages when you're doing the Amazon influencer program. The first being you go around and review usually everything you have in your own house already. I was in the process of moving when I started this program, which kind of hindered it in that I had just thrown away a bunch of stuff that I could have reviewed conveniently right before I started. But I also bought some stuff, much of it from Amazon, to furnish my new place. So it was sort of a wash. But I don't have a big, it's not like I have like a ton of stuff. I try to live more of a minimalist sort of life. And so I don't actually have like just an abundance of stuff. I've seen some people that clearly have like, that are clearly doing stuff they own and, their own product reviews. But I mean, I don't have like an infinite supply of that. So I think I've pretty much finished that at around 500 videos. Like, I guess there's probably some little things I haven't done, but even then I've done like the small things like light switches or door hinges, like things tucked away in cupboards. I've done all those things that I think are worthwhile, even some that I wasn't sure were worthwhile. But so the next step is to finish that up completely. So sometimes you're just not motivated to push through, but just because an item is low dollar doesn't mean it won't be a high seller potentially. So there's a few of those left that I need to finish. I also have some just videos that I made that, because I was learning as I was going, I didn't know what I was doing. So I ended up not uploading the videos right away because the item basically was a high dollar item, and I knew my video editing would get better as I went. And I was like, man, this is kind of a shame to blow all this, to blow like this good product, by just having like a really crappy video. So I did save a few of those to come back to. So I have a couple of those. So I got to finish the remaining household items. And then the big effort, which I've already started, is to basically look for new items. And these are going to be items that I purchase off Amazon. Could be from other places too. But right now, honestly, there's no reason that I can think of to deviate from directly just purchasing them from Amazon. Uh, Amazon usually has, generally the lowest price, for like, let's say things over $50 or non sort of grocery like items. So, um, yeah, I've started ordering some of these things to test it out. It's a different model because obviously you're spending money in order to make a video, basically. Right now, I'm basically spending my time, which is definitely not, you know, zero, but it I can basically put in the sweat equity. I'm not outsourcing this. I'm doing every single one myself. That was a question I got. I know there's some popular videos of people outsourcing, and to be honest, I don't. I know some people don't like that. I don't really have any ethical concerns with that. It's more just practically speaking. I went through the numbers of what it would take to pay people, and kind of the risk of Amazon, I think, being more likely to terminate an account, even though that I'm not sure that's explicitly stated that it's against the terms of service. But yeah, basically, I like this and I have a lot of fun doing it. So why jeopardize that? Um, I guess too, I think I probably, yeah, like I said, I'm doing something right. So there's no point to switch up the system right now. Uh, Anyways, so yeah, I'll be both ordering new items, figuring out new niches to sort of dive into. And right now, my reviews are generally pretty long, just compared to some of the other ones. I see a lot of these like 30-second ones, and those are definitely ones I target because I can do a 2 or 3 minute review that's much more comprehensive. And I try to review things that are not intuitive with their use. So a good example might be, at least among my current items, would be like furniture. You want to see how, like, a $600 chair looks like after you assemble it, and when it's in real lighting. There's all these things like that. Or even like, if it's sort of a novel cleaning tool, you want to know, how do you use it? you know does it really clean as well as the manufacturer video suggests? Sometimes you don't need to reinvent the wheel and do a crazy like test or anything. Sometimes, people just don't trust the manufacturer video. I mean, I don't. Like, of course, I know that they're only going to show their product in the best light. So I do put everything to the test. And I did have some failures. A few of them I didn't end up uploading because they were just, uh, like, yeah, they weren't products I could endorse. But there were a few that I put up, even though the review was overall more negative. And I did actually see some sales from those because you can make sales commissions on related videos. So maybe that product didn't sell, but I would reference, another product. And I think, Amazon would suggest that. So uh, basically, suggest that product to other people. And I think people were following the recommendation because I saw a commission credited for the other product I recommended. Or maybe that's a coincidence and Amazon just has their data unlocked. Either way, this is my general strategy going forward. I, think I just need to hunker down, spend some money here. I'm not sure really what price range I'll be spending at. Probably a lot of items that are like $20 to $50. I think that's sort of the sweet spot for items that I'm going to purchase, like for the purpose of reviewing. Some of these will be items I need, um, or like things that I kind of want, but normally wouldn't justify buying, but because I try to be a little more frugal. But if I can basically, turn it into a business, then that changes the nature of it entirely. So that's basically the strategy going forward. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment on the video and I'll do my best to get back to you. If you want to learn more about me or just follow along with this or some of my other online income experiments, you can check out my main website, bloggingguide.com, or join my free Substack newsletter. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.